Hello?
Hello.
Finally on my way home. That's a little bike. And that's a Japanese bike. They sound so boring compared to the American ones. Uten å blinke. Nei, sirene. Hva skjer nå? Ikke si det er på E6. Faen. Ja, blir det kø igjen da. No, he's coming here. No, he's not, luckily. He's not coming this way. Truck forced himself into the turnabout.
famous emerald necklace and her twisted gowns now. Veo, you are still suffering from the effects of that contaminated spell. So I need another con save from you.
9.
That's another level of contamination. How many levels of contamination is that?
2.
Okay, roll a d6.
Guys.
Maybe we should not purge the carpet. We should.
Ophelia can't help us until we're out.
1.
You mutate. Roll a d20.
Oh man.
Do you have any Aqua Expurgo?
I can't remember what we took before we came.
We did take an awkward Spurgo.
I only have 1 charge left, as Monty said. If I use it,
I mean, now's the time to start vomiting if you only have 1 charge left. I also only have 1 charge left.
Veo?
I can imagine that I haven't vomited yet, so that I have some. I just can't remember.
Okay. I don't know if you've used any doses of it or anything like that, but you could take it.
I know I for sure used 1 or 2.
Okay.
I will even say that I've used 2, just to...
Okay.
you left, like us.
Okay. I need you to roll for the mutation first.
Yep.
What did you roll for?
7.
That sounds so
Okay.
weird.
You emit a dim,
not sure what
a healthy
Spotify is
oxygen
doing.
glow to a range of 10 feet. You gain a lambent glow.
Veo, you're not
Veo.
hiding anymore.
Veo, you're glowing.
Okay. So you've got 2 levels of contamination. This effect is going to continue until it ends. So until either you turn into a monster or you save 3 times. You've saved twice so far.
No, once.
One. Yeah, you saved once so far. So I need another save. Unless you're gonna take any other actions to stop help
Can
help
we-
Veo.
Can we help? For example, will the ointment do anything?
No. Unless you have
Not-
any abilities that grant advantage on con saves or anything like that.
Will using one of the charges do any? Like the
It would
last
grant
charge?
an automatic success, yes. You can roll and decide to turn a failure into a success. You emit a dim, a healthy octarine glow to a range of 10 feet. You gain a lambent glow.
Veo, you're not
Veo.
hiding anymore.
Veo, you're glowing.
Okay. So you've got 2 levels of contamination. This effect is going to continue until it ends. So until either you turn into a monster or you save 3 times. You've saved twice so far.
No, once.
One. Yeah, you saved once so far. Yeah, you saved once so far.
For example, will a
On saves or anything like that.
Will using one of the charges do any? Like the
It
last
would grant
charge?
an automatic success, yes. It would turn, and remember, you can roll and decide to turn a failure into a success.
See, I don't think I have anything.
Okay, roll again then.
Okay. 14.
That is another failure.
I guess I'm using.
use it.
I use it.
That's a good idea.
I still have extra Aqua Expurgo. Can I, like, inject Veo again?
Yes, you could.
Well,
okay.
she's...
I'm vomiting everywhere.
Veo, quickly, take this needle.
Okay, let's just see what happens here. Okay.
I'm glowing. I'm vomiting.
Okay. So, Veo, you take 10 necrotic damage from the Aqua Expurgo expiring, and your hit point maximum is reduced by 10 until this ends. And then Wilhelm can give you another Aqua Expurgo.
It's messy business. Have you ever tried to give a cat medication?
Oh god. Oh yeah.
She's
That's
screeching
awful.
and she's
Yeah.
clawing you.
Yeah, she's glowing, vomiting, screeching, clawing at me while I'm like
Yeah.
injecting more awkward
So
stuff.
yeah,
to
technically
put-
speaking, you can, as long as you can endure the retching phase of the Aqua Expurgo, you can. We didn't put any limits on how many times you can use it per day. So yeah, you can take another Aqua Expurgo and see. And so we just have to figure out how many uses of this it takes you to get through it, which you would. So yeah, you're just gonna be yeah.
See if you can make one more save, and then
So I've been stabbed with the Aqua Expurgo.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 21. So.
Okay, so that's a save on your own. So that actually,
Nice job.
you actually wouldn't need another dose of Aqua Expurgo.
The needle's already in you.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine. You're okay.
Okay. So Veo, I think that was 2 or 3 levels of contamination.
2.
2 total. Okay.
Yeah, because then it was gonna be 3, but then I used the save. And then I
Okay.
saved again.
Well, that's lots of that you are all quite contaminated from this. And Ophelia Reed does manage to stymie the contamination on Casper. However, I'm going to say that this process renders Casper immobile and inert for the next 4 days.
roll them up.
I roll Casper up. And is Casper still sentient?
Yes, but he's kind of babbling. Like, you've gone through having contamination purged from you. You know how much it sucks for several days afterwards.
I roll him up and I'm petting him and I'm like, "You're such a brave carpet. You're so brave.
Brave little carpet.
You're the bravest carpet. You have no idea how brave you were, and you've just proven to all of us that you are in fact the bravest carpet. Thank you,
You
Casper."
saved Veo.
I feel like we're all huddling around the carpet, just being
Yeah,
like,
there's a group hug
Casper.
with Casper the carpet rolled up.
"You're the best carpet.
And
Saved
warm.
us."
Oh, you poked his eye. You poked his eye right now.
Theo, Pluto, I know we probably want to get out of the city as quickly as possible. We will do what we must, but I do have a favor to ask. Whether it be on our way out or whether we leave and come back in because we need to. Lenore, although not the best aunt in the world, was a Von Kessel. And now that she's been put to rest, I see no reason to bring her. No, I see no reason not to bring her to Queen's Park Garden, to the gardens that were built and grown for her honor. And if you would, I would like to have a ceremony there. I know it's not the safest location, but it is Lenore's garden. And I don't see anywhere else that she would rather be laid to rest than there.
That is awfully thoughtful of you. And I think I can accommodate. I think it's she was I don't know what she is now, but what she was royalty. And if we can't even behave the way we want now, we can't do what's right in these moments, then what are we gonna just be animals?
I hold up the mask This mask symbolizes not who Lenore was, but what she became. The Lenore that I know, for all of her personality quirks, still my aunt. And I gotta say, the creature that we just fought, even though, you know, at times I would have loved to have called my aunt a monster, but not like this. And glad that whatever suffering she was feeling can maybe be properly put to rest now, and this mask can stand as a symbol of the monster. But, and I'm going to reach down to her body. The dead have no need of trinkets, and this necklace is a symbol of who she was. This necklace belongs in the Von Kessel line. And hopefully there's somebody else worthy of this someday. But
It annoys me that the voices are distorted.
for now, keep it as a memory of who Lenore was and what she stood for.
I think that giving her proper burial is right. I don't know if I can make it to the gardens. But should we have a funeral for the people of the city to mourn her as well? People who knew her, served her, and bring her ashes to the garden.
Elias Drexel says, there have been many who have suffered this fate. I've seen the faces of countless soldiers who in their last moments became maddened beasts. I have seen sisters have to end the lives of their brothers as their stomachs burst forth in a mass of tentacles and teeth. I have seen fathers have to bury their sons. I have seen mothers have to bury their daughters, daughters their mothers, aunts their uncles. I've buried families knowing that there was no one to come and pay respects because they'd all given their lives. So many have lost, and many gave their lives trying to save Lenore. There were many of our own soldiers, many Paluto, Veo, that you fought alongside, who tried to protect her, who tried to save her, who tried to find a way. It's not just Lenore who deserves respect in that moment. There's so many others who have given their hearts, who have given their lives. It feels and my choices too. I think of all the arguments we fought over Lenore, over her fate, over what we were going to do with her. She was a queen and we used her like a pawn.
I didn't know that she was even here until recently, and Elias, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I wish I'd known. I think a ceremony is in order, not just for Lenore, but Veo, you're right. We need to bring this body out of Drakenheim and hold a ceremony for people, the Hooded Lanterns, really anybody in Emerald Village who wishes to pay their respects, and for not just her, but for everybody who's been lost to this city, to delirium, to the contamination. And then, after the ceremony, if it's okay, I will take the ashes and I will bring them to Queen's Park Garden at a time that is better suited for us to make that venture.
We can raise a pyre for... I know that we had our disagreements over what to do with Lenore for a long time, Veo, Pluto. I feel like today you've righted it wrong.
When we were fighting, she wasn't.
Ignatius helped me face the truth. And the truth is that she's not. She's something. The silence is better because we have the memory.
I don't know about Lenore, but I know that House Jones is the Caspian family that she comes from. They have great faith and they keep the flame. We can see to it that her ceremony is overseen under the watchful eye of Saint Tarna. And I hope that whatever has happened to her tortured spirit, that she can see the light of the sacred flame, and may it guide her to a righteous place, that place where dawn breaks over the Shadowlands. For she does not, none deserve to wallow in the shadows.
Thank you, Ophelia, Elias. Thank you, Pluto, Veo, Casper. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm quite eager to get out of this city.
It's not going to be a trivial matter either. We should make a plan for our escape. And that's where we'll take our break. And we are back from our short rest. We have restocked on our consumables and are ready to play some more D&D. The halls beneath Castle Draken are silent and cold as the scene shifts. As you roll up Casper, Ophelia Reed takes some cloth from her pack, some linens, and gently uses them to wrap the body of Lenore in a respectful manner. In a manner similar to the way that the Flame Keepers of the Sacred Flame would prepare a body to be kept before its cremation, right? Because, of course, in the continent, actual burial is just not really a thing for most people. Like, that's burying people is something the dwarves do, right? Or some denominations of the old gods. But amongst the followers of the Sacred Flame, cremation is the way to deal with the interment of the dead, unless you're a paladin or cleric. And so Ophelia, bringing out her supplies that she has with her, she has a bit of linen to wrap the body in, and so you are all able to take a short rest down in the vaults if you do so choose to do so. Just remember, those of you who do have 2 levels of contamination, if you do have 2 levels of contamination, and you do want to regain some hit points during your short rest, whatever you get back from expending hit dice is halved.
Oh, my Expurgo went, I guess. Am I still have contamination? It's not exhaustion?
You still have 2 levels of contamination, because Aqua Expurgo doesn't remove contamination, it simply prevents you from getting it.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So half those dice.
Yeah, so if you expend hit dice, whatever you roll, you have to halve the amount of hit points you regain. Did you all get 2 levels of contamination?
I didn't.
Okay. Just Vay on Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. As you rest up, Elias Drexel says, "This has gone on long enough. How are we getting out of here?"
We're still in the dungeon, so I don't know what time of day it is.
Ophelia Reed says, "By my best guess, it's going to be getting pretty late soon. Sun's going down, if I had to guess."
Well, once the sun goes down, I'll be able to fly out of here, so that's one person taken care of. Veo, Pluto, what do we have?
I can climb over the wall.
Yep, you could conceivably just climb down the walls of the castle and down the cliffs.
I think, yeah, and I can also climb. Because of these
Right.
handy old,
Right, we're gonna need to get that looked at.
but for now, what
But-
utility?
Me and
Oh, like I could
Ophelia
see.
also need to get out of here too.
So, Ophelia, because I think you have soft hands, if I made you a giant eagle, could you lightly grasp the body of Lenore and carry Elias Drexel upon your winged back?
Ophelia Reed says, "I've never had such strange magic transform my shape before, but I reckon that I could handle that. It'd be quite odd to be a bird, but I suppose so."
Don't knock until you try it. It's fun.
I appreciate you trying new things, putting yourself out there.
All right then. How are we going to make our escape? Should we head to one of the towers, back to one of
So where's
Steward's
Spotify?
Tower.
What are you
For
doing?
the most evil place.
Sounds like
in this
they're
entire castle.
Veo's bedroom.
Veo's bedroom.
totally wrong in their voice pitch.
right?
Maybe a bit dusty.
This is strong.
As you leave the crypts, Pluto and Wilhelm, you hear a voice just touch your mind for a moment of Johann saying, "Thank you for saving her." And Veo, you hear a warm voice say, "I hope you haven't spent all 9 of your lives yet. You've got a lot yet to do."
Well, I will stop the stream now, so I will see you later for World of Warcraft or some War Thunder. At least I have to log in War Thunder, maybe I want